Hey, what's going on? It's Rick here. Okay, today I'm going to be showing you the iPhone 10 Leather Folio in Cosmos Blue. This is coming in at about $99. That's a whopping $99. It's Apple pricing. It's all natural leather. So you're going to get a little bit of quality here. Let's go ahead and crack this out of the box. You're going to see the color of this, which kind of reminds me of Apple's old marine blue color. That's how you install it. So top goes in first, then you just snap the bottom in place. And as we take a look on the inside here, you are going to see a couple of areas to store your cards as well as cash. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Let's get that insert out of there. And then this is very important. So the cards, it's showing you here where you want to put those in because this case does have a magnet in it. So you want to put the cards right here in between the two stitches so you don't demagnetize your cards. Let's go ahead and pull this insert out because behind it, what you're going to find is a really nice plush material. So it's going to keep your iPhone 10 well protected on the inside. It doesn't wrap all the way around, but again, being natural leather, it provides its own protection. Now, I've already put the iPhone inside of the folio case, and here it is up close, so you get a good glimpse as to all of the stitching, the spine, the back of the case with its natural color here. Remember, these leather cases are going to darken up with usage over time. I found that to be true with all of them. There's your camera cutout, and the inner portion of the case is accessible as well. It's a little bit lighter in color. Down below it is opened up, as you see there, and here is the wake feature. So similar to iPad cases that we've seen in the before, it's got that magnet in the bottom right corner, and it's going to awaken your device and put it to sleep when you open and close it. More on that in a minute because I ran into some issues with it. Here's what it looks like folded back in book mode. So it is going to be relatively comfortable in the hand, but it is going to add a little bit of bulk. You're also going to find a slight angle when you lay it on a table, as you see right there. And then as far as the buttons go, they are very responsive. I would not expect anything less from Apple. So pushing those buttons, it's going to work just fine. Now, take a look at this because this is where we start inserting things inside of this case. Put a little bit of cash there. 3 is kind of the maximum I would recommend for cards inside of this case. It's even pushing it a little bit, although when the leather stretches out, it won't be so much of a snug fit. But you've got to remember here that the more things that you put inside of this case, the more bulky it's going to become. And one of the kind of letdowns about this is there is nothing to hold the front flap closed. So first off, that's what it's going to look like. It's going to bulge up a little bit. Nothing holds that front flap closed. And so you'll notice in a moment here when I spin this kind of upside down and let go, it just opens up on its own. So keep that in mind. The more you stuff in here, the more it's going to become an issue. Now, about the sleep and the awake feature. This was a big deal for me, and one of the reasons why I will not be keeping this case. I put this in my inner jacket pocket. Just by the nature of walking around, it triggered itself on multiple times. So much so that I started to see battery drain. And you can see as I move it around a little bit here that it's awakening the device. It's sometimes putting it to sleep. It sometimes isn't. That's too much of an issue for me. Sure, you can go in the iPhone iOS application and change this so that you don't trigger the sleep awake feature with the cover, but then you're missing out on the point of this case, or at least part of it. So that was an issue for me. Wireless charging, it works just fine with the case on, and there's no issue there. So that's a look at the iPhone X Leather Folio. It does come in at a pricey $99. I have some issues with it, but if you guys are looking for a folio and you don't mind those particular issues, it might be worth a look. If you guys have questions, feel free to leave them down below. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe for even more content. I will catch you guys next time.